success criteria real quick. Okay, we should be on the side, the place that says explain to, because I said we weren't going to do the last multiplying one. Okay, so to refresh our memory, we're working on multiplying and dividing rational expressions. Remember, rational means we're going to have a fraction. It's basically a polynomials with fractions. Okay, all right, we're going back here. I want you, all right, to read this little blurb up here at the top. So everybody's reading this little chunk right here. I'll give you about, I don't know, 45 seconds to read it. Okay? Yeah, I'll share my screen just a second. Everybody's reading that little blurb up at the top. I'm going to share in just a second. Okay, we ready? Here we go. Okay. We talked about division of fractions earlier this year. That was one of the things we worked on when we were working on our stuff for our quantile exam. Okay? I'm going to try to bring that back again next week since we actually have a full week, and quantile comes up again in mid-January. So we only have so many weeks till mid-January that we're actually in class. So we talked about this earlier this year. We summarized those steps that they just gave us in 3 words. Does anybody know the 3 words for dividing fractions? There we go. All this is keep, flip, change. I would prefer we say we multiply by the reciprocal, but I have embraced what you already know, okay? Because I just want you to be able to do it, okay? So we're going to keep, flip, change the polynomials, okay? Let's practice this with numbers once, all right? So, because it's been a while since we've done it with numbers. So I'm going to keep the first one. I'm going to flip the second one. I am going to change to multiplication. Now I am multiplying across the top and across the bottom. Is there anything I can cross-cancel there? Nothing I can cancel. So that means I'm probably already in lowest terms, which is nice, okay? So when I multiply across the top, what do I get? What do I get when I multiply across the bottom? 15. Good. Okay. All right, where did the what's wrong?
I don't think you flipped the...
I did not flip, did I? Thank you. I wrote it exactly the same way. So across the top, what should I have gotten? 6. And then across the bottom, what should I have gotten? 35. Thank you for catching my mistake. See, my brain grew. Isn't that great? I love it when my brain grows. Because my brain's older than yours. My brain's tired today. I don't know what it was. I thought I slept. Apparently I did not. Okay. We're looking at example 8. We're going to do the same thing, but with polynomials. Okay? So this ends up being no different than what I ended up doing yesterday. Okay? So I'm keeping the first fraction. So we have 3 over x plus 7. I am flipping the second fraction, x squared plus 6x minus 7 over 8x squared minus 8x. And then I am changing from division to multiplication. Isn't it now exactly what we did yesterday? It's one step extra, right? I have to do the keep, flip, change part. And then I'm back to what I did yesterday, which was still the same thing I did on Monday, right? Because on Monday we just did simplifying. This was just more simplifying, okay? All right, so we'll do this one together. I'm making one big fraction bar. There's not much I can do with the 3. I like to go across the numerator. So across the numerator there, what type of factoring is that numerator there? Magic X. So I need 2 numbers that multiply to -7 and add to 6. What do we think? -7 and +1? +7, -1. Okay, so x plus 7 times x minus 1. All right. This denominator here, not much I can do. I'm just going to write down x plus 7. All right, this denominator here. first thing we need to look for is what? GCF. First thing we look for in a factor is always the greatest common factor. Is there a greatest common factor there? What is it? 8x. You don't have to use parentheses. I use parentheses. I'm trying to keep it neat. Okay? All right. And then we got to divide out the 8x. So what's left behind in that first term? X, just x, right? Because x times x would be x squared. And then what's left behind in the second term? -1. All right. Now the best part, right? What do we get to do now? Cross stuff out. What do we get to cross out? X plus 7, x minus 1. Oh, look at how nice this one looks. 3 over x, 8x. Even though it's fun to cross a lot of stuff out, there are some times we hit a problem where we don't cross out a lot, okay? So just know that it could be coming and you aren't doing it necessarily wrong. It's just sometimes it doesn't work out. If I had numbers that were the same and signs off, I would probably double check to make sure that I was right, okay? All right, any questions on example 8? All right. How many of these are there? Okay. So let's take, I want you guys to try example 9 on your own. It's very similar to example 8, although there is an extra GCF in it. There's 2 GCFs in that one. So everybody try it. See what you can do with it. All right, I want you to check it with somebody at your table, okay? Have a quick conversation. Compare your answers. If you're stuck, this is a good time to get help.
You gotta get the bottom of the equation.
For the 5x, they have to.
Okay, we're going to check it together, okay? So, what's the very first thing I do when I see the division? What do I have to do? Keep, flip, change. Okay, so I'm keeping the 4x over 5x minus 20. I am flipping the other one, right? And x squared minus 2x. And then I'm changing to multiplication. Okay? All right, now we're going to do some factoring. I can't do anything with 4x. I keep it 4x. What type of factoring did we use on the next numerator there? Magic x. So two numbers that multiplied to 8 and added to -6. -4, -2. So x minus 4 times x minus 2. All right, looking at that denominator right there, what can I do? Take out a 5. What do we call that? GCF. So x minus what's left behind? 4. Good. And it should start popping out, right? There's hopefully something that pops out that looks like it can cancel. Doesn't mean that it has to, but it might. It's good chance. Okay. Looking at this denominator here, what can I do? GCF, I'm going to take out an x. Okay, what's left behind? X minus 2. All right, the best part of math's coming up, right? I get to cross some stuff out. What do I get to cross out? X minus 4. What else? X minus 2. Anything else? Just the X. Okay, what's left behind? Just left with 4/5. Okay? Any questions on that one? All right. Oh, the next one's exciting, isn't it? All right. I want you to do the step where you do the keep flip change. Okay, so everybody keep flip change it. Okay? I'll let you try that part. I'm gonna get and let you get a little bit ahead of me. All right, I'm gonna do my keep flip change. So x minus 5 over 9x squared minus 18x. Flipping 2x squared minus 5x plus 2 on the top, and 2x squared minus 11x plus 5 on the bottom, changing to multiplication. Okay, we're going to do some of it together, and I'm going to have you do some of it on your own, because we're going to review really quick, make sure we remember some of our factoring here. Can I do anything with x minus 5? No, maybe put parentheses around it, right? Okay, what type of factoring is the rest of the numerator here? Magic x. Remember, I have to multiply 2 times 2 for the top of the magic x, and the bottom is negative 5. So 2 numbers that multiply to 4 and add to negative 5. Negative 4 and negative 1, good. Okay. Do I need a box? Why do we need the box? There is a leading coefficient. Okay. So, top left-hand corner is whatever's in the front, 2x squared. Bottom right is whatever's in the back, 2. And then I'm going to take these 2 numbers from my magic x and put it in there followed by x's. Okay? All right, then you're going to ask yourself, what times what is 2? 2 and 1. So I've got 2x here and 1x here, or just x. Then I'm going to divide. How many times does 2x divide? Negative 4x. Or what times 2x is negative 4x, right? What times 1x is negative 1x? And then you check it. Negative 1 times negative 2 is 2. So, and then I'm going to write that out. X minus 2 times 2x minus 1. I know we had a few people who were not here for the factoring piece. Okay? All right. We reviewed magic x factoring. I want you to try both of these 2 denominators. One of them's magic x, one of them's not. Okay? Give it a shot on those denominators and then go ahead and finish the problem. So cancel, factor, and cancel. I handed them out last Friday. So you haven't been here in 3 days? Mm-hmm. I'll have to print them. Give me a minute. I think so. Okay. Well, then get them out. Yes, that was it. All right, let's check this one together, okay? Then I've got good news. We're only going to do one more, okay? We'll give you a chance to practice on your own, okay? All right, so looking at this denominator right here, what type of factoring did we need to do? GCF, good. What's my GCF? 9x, what's left behind? X minus 2. Good. All right. Looking at this denominator here, what kind of factoring am I going to need? Good. Two numbers that multiply to 10 for the 2 times 5 and add to negative 11. What do we get? Good. Do I need a box? Why do we need the box? Good. And 5, and then I'm putting negative 10x and negative 1x in there. All right. What times what is 2? Where does my 2 have to go? What times 2x is negative 10x? And what times 1x is 1x? Negative 1x. Negative 1 times negative 5 is? So we've got x minus 5 times 2x minus 1. All right, now we get to do the whole best part, right? Please put your phone away. What do I get to cross out? Just negative 5? X minus 5. Okay, what else? 2x minus 1. Anything else? Ooh, interesting. What's left in the numerator? There's always something there. It's an invisible 1. So it's not 0. It's an invisible 1. I'm glad this one came up. So 1 over 9x would be left behind. Okay? Any questions on number 10? All right. We're going to skip number 11. Okay? We're going to go to number 12. Number 12 has a missing spot, a missing term. The missing term is supposed to be a 21. Okay? I'm doing 12 because it looks weird. All right? Is it typed in yours or not? Yeah, so does it say 21? Okay. I don't know why it's missing in mine, but it's supposed to be 21. All right. So, here's how you have to think about this. This is what we call a complex fraction. Okay? Complex fraction. All right? So, when we have complex fractions, we still do keep, flip, change. Okay? This right here is the division bar that's dividing the two fractions. Remember, it's division. So that means keep, flip, change. Okay? If I was doing work on these, you guys, because these problems can get long, right? If I'm actually writing it down, I probably would not write my original problem down. I would probably just go straight to keep, flip, change. Okay? So, I am keeping the 10, or x squared minus 10x plus 21 divided by x squared minus 13x plus 42. I am flipping the denominator fraction. So it would be x squared minus 7x plus 6 divided by x squared minus 5x plus 6. And then I'm changing from the division operation to a multiplication operation. All right, how many magic x's are you going to have to do? How many? 4. All right, everybody go do it. And I don't want to deny you the satisfaction of getting to cross out all the stuff. So everybody do your 4 magic x's and then cross your stuff out. Make sure you're trying it. This is your opportunity to make a mistake and ask a question. Try the work. be about 30 to 45 seconds on your own. Make sure you get all the way to simplified. Okay, check with somebody at your table. Okay? Again, good opportunity if you're not understanding something to ask somebody right now.
There's 4 equations.
Yeah. Ohan's first today. Okay, let's check it together. Okay? So, I am factoring this guy right here. We know we're all magic x's, so two numbers that multiply to 21 and added to negative 10. What'd you guys get? Negative 7, negative 3. So x minus 7 times x minus 3. All right. What about here, magic x? Two numbers that multiply to 6 and add to negative 7. So x minus 6 times x minus 1. All right. This denominator here, two numbers that multiply to 42 and add to negative 13. Negative 6 and negative 7. All right. What about here? Two numbers that multiply to 6 and add to negative 5. So x minus 3 times x minus 2. All right. Best part, right? All right. What gets to cross out? X minus 7. What else? X minus 6. What else? X minus 3. Perfect. All right, so left behind, we have x minus 1 over x minus 2. Okay? All right, any questions on that? All right, let's go to Google Classroom. A couple things. Okay? First thing is I put something out there yesterday, and I didn't have a chance to explain it. Okay? So I want to explain it really quick. Let's see if I can find that other. So go to Google Classroom Stream. I want you to read through. There's an announcement in there I put out there yesterday.